New research finds that shark meat is being sold under misleading labels across the United States. In a study published this week, researchers at the University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill sampled 19 shark fillet products from stores across 3 states as well as Washington, D.C. They also examined 10 jerky products that they bought online, and they found that among those samples, 93% were simply labeled as shark without further clarifications. 31% of the samples examined were found to be actually from an endangered or critically endangered species of shark. Savannah Ryburn joins us now. She's one of the authors of that study and a marine ecologist. Savannah, thank you very much for being with us to talk about this topic. I think for a lot of people, they don't even realize that shark fillet is sold to people in the grocery store. But how do these types of products, these endangered and critically endangered ones, seem to bypass U.S. regulations put in place to protect these endangered species?
Yeah, so it's actually kind of surprising. The FDA only requires sellers in the United States to label shark meat as shark, which is generic when looking at this 500 species of sharks that are on Earth. Um, Currently, that means you could be buying a critically endangered species and have no idea. And when these meats are being filleted internationally or locally, this causes the meat to become unrecognizable. So we have no idea if we're able to identify or not just visually from uh, looking at the meat at the counter.
So, from what I understand, these critically endangered species, or for endangered or critically endangered species, they're able to get through this because they're just under one blanket umbrella of shark. So,
Yeah.
beyond the risk to sharks, what are the potential health implications for humans who are unaware of what they're actually buying and eating?
Yeah, so shark meat actually carries a lot of mercury in its tissues, depending on the specific species. And when some that mercury is accumulated through its diet, and something like an apex predator, like a scalloped hammerhead shark, eats things like that are much higher in the food chain. So they have a lot more mercury in their system compared to a shark such as the bonnethead, which mainly eats blue crabs. So when you're being sold just a generic shark fillet, you have no idea if you're eating something that has a ton of mercury that could cause lifelong health issues or even death, or something that's more safe with lower levels of mercury. So these generic labels, such as shark, or just blatant mislabeling of the species, takes away that
Sure.
consumer's choice
Well,
of
given
what
that
they're
choice, well,
eating.
consumers do want a choice. We have just about 10 seconds left. What can consumers do to make sure they are not buying the wrong type of shark?
I definitely recommend, if it's not a food security necessity, for consumers to avoid purchasing products that lack these species level labeling and traceable sourcing.
All right, Savannah Ryburn, thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you.